The Autonomous Learner by Callie Buckner, Lori Miles, and Rebecca Skipper. So who are autonomous learners? They are learners who take responsibility for their learning, they show initiative, they set goals, they monitor their own progress, and they also evaluate their own success. If you look at the picture on the right, you notice a bunch of words jumbled together. There are certain words that stick out to us. Those three words are responsibility, planning, and learning. All autonomous learners are responsible. They're responsible for their own learning, they set goals, and they monitor along those goals. Planning, they're all about planning, they set goals, they're shown initiatives, and they're evaluating and monitoring along the way. And learning, they care about their learning and they're taking responsibility. So autonomous learners are independent, self-aware, critical thinkers, self-motivated, collaborate, and have decision-making skills. Not all gifted students are the same. This is something that we all know to be true. You can have a gifted student from A to Z, and they all range completely different. So here are a few types. Type 1, the successful. A's, does great in school, your average gifted child. Type 2 is divergently gifted. Type 3 is the underground gifted. Type 4 is the dropouts, and I think of these as the ones that we talked about in class, who are high school dropouts who maybe didn't get the enrichment they needed in lower grades, and they were always tutoring other kids or helping others and really doing the teacher's job and didn't get the education they deserved. Type 5 is the double labeled. We all know many kids like this. They might have ADHD as well. They might have some other sort of label as well as gifted. They're not just gifted. All right? And then type 6 is the autonomous learner, which is our topic. How are autonomous learners different than other learners? So non-autonomous learners, the teacher tells them every single step, when to do it, and how to do it. Semi-autonomous learners, the teacher gives them some ideas and guides them to the steps they should take and might have to suggest some steps that they're missing, and then they help them decide on a time and how each step will be done. Autonomous learners are all on their own. They're deciding for themselves what steps to take and when to do it. That's that responsibility and initiative. So challenges of teaching the autonomous learner. The autonomous learner never feel like their work is done and they can always do more. This is the challenge for teachers because it's hard for them, that student, to turn in work. So it's hard for the teacher to set deadlines and actually get their work because the autonomous learner always wants to do more, can always add more to their work. Autonomous learners assume leadership roles, but can sometimes suffer from peer relationships due to isolation. So again, that just goes to some gifted students are going to be great with peers, others aren't. They might be above their peers' level, so they're not going to be able to connect with them like they should. Autonomous learners recommendations. So opportunities related to students' interests. Give them things they're interested in so they enjoy it. Develop long-term plans of study for autonomous learners. Give them mentorships. Be there for them. And then remove deadlines and restrictions when possible. We know this isn't always possible in school, but giving them some freedom and some leeway so that they can do the best they can and not have to worry about a deadline is going to be great for this learner. The autonomous learner model was developed by Dr. George Betts and Ms. Jolene Kircher. It promotes independent, self-directed learning. The model is designed to take the power to learn away from the teacher and to give it to the student. So the student is more in control of their learning and how to learn. This just goes back to them taking that responsibility. So if you look at the model, this just kind of gives them a guide, and it's going to help them to learn themselves and take a little away from the teacher so that they're more on their own and taking that responsibility and initiative for their learning. So how does the autonomous learner model help gifted students? With this model, students will develop responsibility, positive self-esteem, decision-making and problem-solving skills, interpersonal skills, critical and creative thinking skills, passion for learning in areas that interest them most. So we know that autonomous learners, they're making that initiative. They care. They want to do it. They're not just doing it for, satisfaction of a parent or a grade. They enjoy it. They're taking that initiative. They're responsible. So they're probably pretty mature in age as well. so they might not be in the same level as their peers. All right, and that is the end of our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.